There's a choice you make every day, often without realizing it. A choice that seems small, but has immense power to transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone around you. It's a choice that can uplift or degrade, heal or wound, illuminate or darken. That choice is what you decide to spread. Think about it for a moment. How often do you talk about good things? How often do you share positive news, inspiring stories, and the achievements of loved ones? How often do you spread joy, learning, and hope? Now think, how easily do you, or the people around you, spread bad news, gossip, tragedies, scandals? How quickly does a negative story spread, gaining momentum, growing with each share? Even today, as in the past, evil tends to be noisy, while good seems timid. Have you ever noticed this? Good often walks silently, discreetly, almost shyly, while evil shouts, shows off, and multiplies with frightening speed. Just look at the absurd amount of fake news circulating. Just see how gossip spreads from mouth to mouth, from screen to screen. Just notice how content focused on the misfortune of others attracts millions of views, comments, and shares. Many people speak ill of others without thinking twice. They create stories where there is no story. They distort facts to fit their prejudiced narratives. They spread lies as if they were absolute truths. And worst of all, they do all this without considering that every word, every share, every action has consequences. Emotional consequences, social consequences, and yes, spiritual consequences. Because everything you put out into the world returns to you. This is not superstition. This is not folklore. It is a spiritual law as real as the law of gravity, the law of cause and effect, the law of return. What you sow, you reap, always. So here's a question that could change your life. If there's so much speed, so much energy, so much effort in spreading bad news, why not use that same force to share the good? Why not share that inspiring article you read that made you reflect? Why not pass on that book excerpt that deeply touched your heart? Why not recommend that song that brought you peace during a difficult time? Why not share that story of overcoming adversity that you've heard? Why not publicly celebrate the victory of someone you love instead of just enjoying it in silence? Why not spread news about people who are making a difference, who are working for good, who are brightening the world? All of this also deserves, and even more so, to be passed on. Because here's a fundamental truth about life. We become what we frequently practice. If you constantly criticize, you become a critical person. If you frequently judge, you become a judgmental person. If you spread negativity, you become a channel for negative energy. Those who get used to spreading gossip, slander, bad news, tragedies, that person ends up becoming a propagator of garbage, emotional garbage, vibrational garbage. And this garbage, sooner or later, returns to the source that generated it. Have you ever noticed how people who constantly speak ill of others tend to live surrounded by problems? How people who spread discord rarely find peace? How people who feed off the tragedies of others end up attracting tragedies to themselves? This is no coincidence. This is no bad luck. This is spiritual law in action. But the opposite is also true, and that's the wonderful part. Whoever learns to share goodness, whoever consciously chooses to be a spreader of light, strengthens a different vibration, a lighter, brighter, higher vibration. And this vibration also accompanies them, also returns, also multiplies. Doing good doesn't require grand heroic gestures. It doesn't require you to be a saint. It doesn't require you to be perfect. Often, doing good begins simply by consciously choosing what to say, what to share, and how to act in your environment. It's choosing not to participate in that workplace gossip, even when everyone else is talking about it. It's choosing not to share that sensationalist news story without first verifying its truthfulness. It's choosing not to spread that rumor about someone, even if everyone else is doing it. Instead, choose to share something that inspires, something that educates, something that brings hope, something that makes someone smile, something that plants a seed of light in the heart of the recipient. Every lesson that comes to you through a book, a conversation, an experience, a reflection, is an opportunity for growth, yes, but also an opportunity to serve. Every insight you receive, every understanding that illuminates your mind, every bit of wisdom that touches your soul, all of this can be shared. And when you share, you're not just helping others, you're strengthening that knowledge within yourself. You're becoming a more open channel for more light to flow through you. Because spiritual awakening isn't just an individual process, it's a collective one. When you grow, you help others grow. When you become enlightened, you illuminate the path for others as well. Don't be afraid to share your light. I know there's sometimes fear of being judged, fear of being seen as a saintly, fear of being criticized, fear of not being taken seriously. But this fear cannot paralyze you, because your light is not meant to be hidden. Your light is meant to shine, to illuminate, to warm, to guide. Don't be lazy about doing good wherever you are. I know it's easy to fall into inertia. It's easy to think, oh, But one person alone doesn't make a difference. It's easy to think that your small gesture won't change anything, but it will. It really will. Because a lit candle in a dark room makes all the difference. And when several candles are lit, darkness simply ceases to exist. Instead of being an instrument of gossip, choose to be an instrument of truth. Instead of being an instrument of judgment, choose to be an instrument of compassion. Instead of being an instrument of destruction, choose to be an instrument of divine light. Wherever you are planted in your family, at work, in your social circle, in your social networks, flourish there. Be the person who brings lightness. Be the person who offers a word of encouragement. Be the person who sees the best in others. Be the person who believes in possibilities, even when everything seems difficult. Those who share goodness, who value the victories of others instead of envying them, who spread positive examples instead of fueling negativity, these people build a special vibration around themselves, a vibration that attracts more good, a vibration that also strengthens them, protects them, and elevates them. The good you spread is never lost. Never. It may take time to return. It may return in ways you never expected. It may come back through other people at other times, but it always returns. And on the way back, it transforms. It transforms the one who received it. It transforms the one who witnessed it. And it transforms you, who were the channel through which this good flowed. He illuminates paths. He opens doors. He creates opportunities. He generates connections. He plants hope in hopeless hearts. He strengthens faith in weary souls. He lights up dark places. So I invite you, today, to make a conscious choice, the choice to be, every day, a spreader of light. Not out of obligation, not because you want to be seen as a good person, but because you understand that this is a higher way of living, a way that honors God, that serves others, and that transforms you in the process. Did you like the message? Then like, share, and subscribe to the Messages from the Soul channel. Your participation helps bring hope and light to more people. May God bless you with the awareness to always choose the light. May He give you the courage to share goodness even when it seems easier to remain silent. And may He use you as an instrument of His divine light wherever you may be. Be light, spread light, and see how your life and the lives of everyone around you